here.
And Rebecca.
And welcome to day 31 of Shocktoberfest 2023. Happy Halloween, folks.
Happy Halloween.
Oh, it has been a treat and a little bit of a trick on some of the reviews that we have done this season. Before we begin on this episode, over the weekend, Rebecca and I went to go see The Nightmare Before Christmas live in concert with the Quad City Symphonic Orchestra. I mean,
epic.
It was pretty epic. Now, there were times where we were worried that the orchestra was going a little bit faster than the movie, but it was still great.
Yeah, they got themselves up or behind depending on what was needed with the movie.
Yeah, they figured it out. I mean, that was great. I mean, the only downside was, just not enough space between the seats. Yeah.
Oy, squishy in like sardines.
Oh, yeah, but you know what? It was worth every second. Now, that being said, because The Nightmare Before Christmas is theoretically a Disney film, we decided that, much like the last time that Shocktoberfest did a full series, we ended on Hocus Pocus. So we decided it's better to, end it another time like this. We're going to be talking about, what was it, 1996?
1996?
Yep, we're going to talk about Halloweentown. And Rebecca has a very big soft spot for this movie, so I am going to take the reins off and I'm going to pass them on down to her.
Dun dun dun.
She's going to give the rundown for this movie.
This is one of those, it's not Halloween until this movie has been watched. I've got 3 of them. It's going to be Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloweentown. It is about a young girl named Marnie who is super into like weird things and like witchy things, and her mom is always trying to shut it down and is like, no, we're not doing Halloween, like Halloween's bogus. And the kid's grandma comes into town and she's all about Halloween. She's like, candy for all the kids. It has costumes and candy for her, Marnie and her brother and sister. And come to find out, the grandma tells them the story about a place called Halloweentown. Now, after the kids go to bed, Marnie sneaks downstairs, overhears grandma and the mom talking about the adult things. And one of the things is Marnie finds out that she's actually a witch. And ironically, this is her 13th Halloween. If she doesn't at least start learning magic this year, she will lose all of her powers and become completely human. So, as any 13-year-old would do, she runs away from home, follows grandma onto the bus, and ends up going to this place that this story was about, Halloweentown. When they get there, they meet all kinds of fun characters, and while they're there, they find out there's just this bad thing that's evil and trying to take over the town. And so they go on a mission with their grandmother to try and stop the bad thing. And the mom finds out that the kids ran away from home, followed grandma to Halloweentown, and grandma and mom are both frozen in time, so to speak, by the bad thing. So it's up to Marnie and her brother and sister to figure out how to save the town, which they need a witch's brew, which instant does not work, kids. Always go with the real stuff. So they're going around town finding all the ingredients that they need for this spell, and then all in all, they find all the ingredients. They figure out how to save the town, save grandma and mom and all of the creatures that were going missing, and have a happy ending, which makes me happy.
Alright, now it's time to talk about what we like and we don't like about the film. So, since you gave the premise of the film, let's start with you.
I'm gonna go with the things that I like. I feel like this movie was creative. In going to, like, the hair of the werewolf, who is in a salon. I thought that was fun. Or, like, going to a gym to go and get ghost sweat. Like, kind of cheesy, but, like, very Disney, very unique way to put it. Just that Monsters and Us were not that different. which I thought was cool.
No, I agree with you on that, Rebecca. I mean, some of the little interesting things that happens, I mean, with the werewolf at the hair salon because of all the hair, I liked that. The cab driver as the skeleton, I mean, it's just kind of skull. Just he has no eyes. So therefore, how could a cab driver be able to drive without eyes? But most importantly, I really love the grandmother of Agatha, played by Debbie Reynolds. I mean, you know, the mother of Carrie Fisher. I mean, she's been in so many movies, or she was in so many movies, and she's just that very lovable character where it's just like, you see her come in, she just has that,
she's grandma.
That bubbly, warm persona where it's just like, you see the mother and you're just kind of like, man, she's just so stuck up, and then grandma comes in and it's just, oh, everything else all right. I love the humor in it. Just childlike humor, and there is a lot of, I wouldn't say there's a lot of double entendres or adult humor, but there are moments where even the kids make jokes where it's just kind of, you go there and go, wait a minute, that's a little too much.
It's a little risque.
But still, it's the jokes that in our era that we were probably making when nobody else was listening. Okay, now it's time to talk about what we don't like.
First.
Oh, me first.
First.
I don't know. I mean, for me, I think the twist of who the villain was, I mean, I guess you could say it was a little bit predictable, because when they start talking about the kid's mother and that he knew her and everything like that, you kind of go, wait, you think it's a red herring, you think there might be a love story later, but at the same time, it's like, no, okay, we fell for it. And then this time it wasn't, it didn't make me very happy about that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Or the punk kid that turned himself all handsome, even though he lives in a world of monsters, but he had to be all handsome for Marty before he ever met her.
Yeah.
That was kind
of reverse Casper in a way.
Yeah, kind of.
And it's just kind of like, what the dude? And it's just like, he was there and then he wasn't, and then he there and then it's just like, wait, it was like almost a reverse red herring too. Yeah. Because he seemed like to be the villain, and then you realize, no, he's not. He's mainly doing it just because he's in love. Even though it just, it's so cliche. Okay, now it's time to grade this film. I guess, are you going first or am I going first on this one?
I might be a little bit biased.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give this one a solid A+.
Solid A+.
Solid A+.
Okie dokie.
It's not Halloween without it.
That's fair. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to give this one A. Solid A. Because, you know, that kind of reverse red herring thing going on between, you know, the teenager and then the villain that we thought was actually going to be cool. And, yeah, I was peeved. Well, we hope you enjoyed this quick review of Halloweentown. I would like to thank Rebecca for giving us the rundown this time. It's nice to actually sit down and hear somebody else, talk and not hear the sound of my own voice once in a while.
I'd like to thank Wild Man West for inviting me on the show.
And we hope you enjoyed the entire series of Shocktoberfest. I know it's been a little while since it's been done on this channel. Hopefully next year we're going to have 31 more movies, good, bad, and ugly. But stay tuned, because coming soon, we've got Christmas time. And as a special treat, I actually got to talk with people over at Obscurity Brewing and Lodi Tap House over in Elburn, Illinois, to get me a Advent beer calendar out here to the Quad Cities. I am so excited. 24 Beers of Christmas is coming back. However, it's a little bittersweet because my boy Hefe, Jeff Madsen from Beer You Beer Me, may not be here for this. However, I did get him a case as well. So hopefully we'll get it to him before the holiday season so he can do some stuff on his platform, because you know what? It is the season of giving. Until then, I'm Wildman Wes.
I'm Rebecca.
And we will see you soon on Dragonfire Entertainment. Take care, happy Halloween, stay scared, be safe.